Hello and welcome to week 2 of this Psychologies Magazine coaching programme, Reset Your Life, Take Stock, Recalibrate and Evaluate. My name is Tracy James from Bright Yellow Coaching. I'm a life coach and team and leadership coach based in Berkshire. I like to help people get what I call aimed and changeless, and I've designed this week's questions to help guide you through a process of understanding how to evaluate and recalibrate on where you are now. This is following on from previous week's programme of regroup and review. So when we don't achieve things, it's usually because we don't really want them. It's much easier to motivate ourselves when we're working towards something that will impact our well-being, utilise our skills and our strengths, that's playing to our values, so something that we really want and we will benefit from when we achieve it. So these questions are designed to help you identify what's important to you, what resources you have, what's going to confirm and feed your value system, and this will help inform us later on through the process when we start creating goals. So the first question is, think of a moment in your life that stands out for you as being kind of meaningful, fulfilling, when you were really happy, in flow, kind of at your peak, succeeding at something. Where were you and what was happening? So who was there? What were you doing? What skills were you using? What were people saying? So really kind of immerse yourself in that and have a think about it. And then think about, secondly, what values were you honouring when you were doing this? And if you're not sure what your values are, there are lots of exercises out there that you can do. You can, finding a coach actually to help you understand your values and really tap into not only what they are but what they do for you is a game changer. But if not, perhaps just think about how you think people should be treated, what your rules are, what are your non-negotiables, reasons you've left companies, the types of passion projects that you do, volunteering, hobbies. They might be able to give you a bit of a sense of what your value base might be, and then have a think about which you were honouring in that meaningful peak time that you're thinking about. Next, I'd like you to do the opposite. So think about a moment in your life that stands out for you as being quite negative or unfulfilling, where you weren't happy, you were a bit frustrated, or you were procrastinating or not performing. Where were you and what was happening then? So what were you doing? That can be useful to help us understand what might not need to be part of our future plan. And again, what values were being challenged there? Was there a part of your value base that you've now started to think about and identify that wasn't being honoured or that were being challenged? The next question might also help with your values. So what do you value most in others? So what are some of the things that you like and don't like in people around you? So this can give us an idea not only of our values, but also of the type of tribe we might need to ensure is around us when we're trying to make change and move forward. Next question, quite a big one. What and who is most important in your life? So we must be supported in any change. So identifying the people that will support us, but also identifying the people that we need to make sure this change doesn't negatively impact, and that needs to be part of a future vision. There's no point designing goals that will upset or disrupt the important things and people in our lives. So what is it that is really important to you? Let's get it all down and make sure that we can plan around that. What would your loved ones describe your superpowers to be is the next question. So we've all got them. The stuff that other people say, wow, I don't know how you do that. Oh my God, you're so good at that. Be honest. You would have heard this from the people around you. And if you haven't, ask them, what are my superpowers? In your successful moments, so the achievements that you've had in your life, what skills and strengths were you utilising? Your career peaks, things you're proud of, things you've achieved. I know it's hard to focus on strengths for some of us, but these are our resources. This is what we're going to use to rocket boost us to where we want to go. So don't ignore them, don't be humble. These are going to be the firepower to our change. What areas of your well-being have suffered this year is the next question. So whatever well-being means to you, whether it's about your health, finances, your social life. For me, one of my key indicators is, do I get time to cook good food? Not only is it about eating the food, it's about kind of doing an activity that nurtures myself. I get time to listen to my podcast. It's time out from anything that I'm doing. So have a think about what areas might have suffered this year. And then think about what areas of your well-being are a priority for you. Again, what are your red lines here? What needs to be considered? What needs to form part of this future vision? And also, what could it tell us? It could, if you have certain things that you're able to do for your well-being consistently. So if you're running, I don't know, 3 times a week consistently, what could that tell you about how to motivate yourself, where your strengths are, and give you some mindset hacks that you might be able to apply to other areas to help you make change? The next question is, when the voice in your head, and we've all got one, tells you that you should be doing something, and do look for that word should, whose voice is it? This could be an indication of goals that we don't want necessarily to do ourselves, but are being imposed on us from peer groups, family groups, work, people that are influential. Or it could be our very cruel inner critic that's not able to celebrate what you have and what you've done, and judges you constantly on what you do and don't do. We are our harshest critic often. So just watch out for that voice. And is it actually you saying you should do something, or is it that inner critic? So the exercise I'm going to leave you with here is to start thinking about reframing some of your goals. So think of the goals that you perhaps set yourself at the beginning of the year or whenever you set them, and write each of them down. But firstly, I'd like you to write them down, starting the sentences with I should, I must. So I should lose weight, I must move house, whatever your goals are. And then I want you to reword them, and I want you to change it to I want to, I would love to, and reword them in a way that kind of matches those beginnings of the sentences. And then read them back, read the 2 lists back, which feel most inspiring to you. We want to start using the latter language to help you really connect and plan for stuff that you would love to do. So we want to get intrinsic, attractive goals that improve our well-being, not boring stuff that we don't like, that drains us, that doesn't align with our value system, doesn't feed our well-being, and doesn't kind of utilise and grow our skills. So that's what we're trying to do with these exercises and these questions. So do take your time on that, and I will leave you with it. I'll look forward to seeing you in week 3, where we're going to start to visualise and set some goals. In the meantime, if you are looking for self-coaching tips, I do them daily on my Insta stories, so head over there to @BrightYellowCoaching, and I hope to see you there. And otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.